One of my passions is to collect short stories with lessons for life, and I have had a chance to hear a couple of them from students or professors who visited here. And I'd like to share just a few. A king was walking, as it was custom at the time, barefoot through his kingdom and hurt his foot on a sharp stone. So he ordered that all the roads in his kingdom be covered with leather. His advisor said, "Why don't you simply cover your feet with leather?" But, the Austrian writer Karl Heinrich Wackel once said, "Everybody wants to improve the world, and everybody could do so if they started with themselves." That's one story. Another one that shows the importance of encouraging words. It's an old Sufi story by an unknown author. A group of frogs was walking through a forest. Two of them fell down into a pit. All the others gathered around the edge of the pit and looked down. When they saw how deep the pit was, they told the unfortunate frogs, "There is no way you'll ever get out of here alive. Don't even try. Just give up and die." One of them tried 2-3 times and then lay down waiting to die. The other tried again and again, and they called, "Stop it! End the pain! It's no use!" He tried even harder and jumped out. They surrounded him and asked, "Didn't you hear us that we told you to stop?" "No, I am hard of hearing. I thought you were encouraging me the whole time." This shows that giving an encouraging word to someone in a difficult situation can save them. Discouraging them can make them give up. So let's encourage each other. A king felt that he is growing old and cannot rule much longer, but instead of choosing one of his children as successor, he invited 100 young people from throughout his kingdom to his court, gave each one a seat and said, "1 year from today, come back again and show me what grew out of your seed. Then I'll choose one of you to be my successor." They all went happily home. The one boy, young, showed the seed to his mother. She prepared a pot, he put it inside and carefully watered it every day. He was watching and watching, but nothing grew. The other children were already boasting what wonderful flowers and trees were growing from their seeds. He was anxiously waiting, nothing grew. After a year he said to his mother, "I don't want to go back to the king's court. I'm ashamed." And she said, "But you promised it, you must keep your promise." And he knew his mother was usually right, so he went there, but he was hiding with his empty pot behind the other children. They all teased him and showed him proudly their beautiful plants. The king looked around the room. When he saw Young, he asked his guards to bring him in front. He was scared to death that he would be punished for being a failure. The king asked, "What's your name?" "Young." He announced to everybody, "Your next king will be Young." He couldn't believe it. How come he was the only failure? Everybody else had grown such beautiful plants. The king explained, "1 year ago, I gave each of you a boiled seed from which nothing could grow. Everybody else cheated. Young was the only one who came back with the seed that I gave to him. I trust him, he will be my successor." So honesty is rewarded with trust. One other story which shows the power of nonviolence. This is a true story, historically documented. One time Queen Victoria had a quarrel with her husband, Prince Albert. As it can sometimes happen in a marriage, one word led to another. Suddenly Albert angrily stormed out of the bedroom, went to his study, slammed the door and locked it. The queen ran after him and knocked on the door and said, "Open!" No answer. She pounded her fist on the door and shouted, "Open at once!" No answer. She screamed as loud as she could, "I'm the Queen of England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. I'm the Empress of India and the entire British Commonwealth. I am the Commander-in-Chief of all the British Armed Forces and I hereby order you to open this door." No answer. Finally she said in a soft voice, "Albert, I'm sorry, I love you and miss you." Now the door opened. that shows that nonviolence is more powerful than violence.